Hey world, how you guys doing on this evening? It's your boy Top Dog. I'm back in the building. Hopefully this video finds you in great health, in great spirit, and dominating everything that you touch. For those that are returning to the channel, we certainly appreciate the continued support. Continue to like, share, comment, hit the notifications buzzer. For those that are new, you guys are certainly in for a treat on this evening. On this channel, we promote higher levels of understanding, invoke thoughts, elevate, motivate, so that you can go out and dominate and be the kings and queens that you were put down on this earth to be. So, guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about this coronavirus that's going around. And unless you've been stuck in a cave for a little while, you understand the dominance that this particular topic is having on the world today. It's crashing the stock market. It's affecting the world in a major way. Everybody's scared. So I want to put out to my viewers a little bit of information just in case you're not doing the research for yourself. You're just watching the news and you're just going with the flow. Let's talk a little bit about this deadly disease and how you can protect yourself and your family to the best of your ability. Also, in the description, I'm posting a link from a lab in San Diego that's actually come up with the antidote to this disease, and they're fighting to get it out on the market. It only took them 3 days to come up with this through algorithms that they use, and the cure, the vaccination is out. So I don't know why this isn't major news, but I'm going to post that link. Guys, check it out. Let me know what it is that you think. So, as always, guys, come on in, kick your feet up, and let's get loose. So tonight, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be working off notes. So never mind my looking away from you guys. I am in full attention, but I want to be sure that I get all of the facts that I've gathered out on this video. So I'm going to be looking away. So I apologize in advance for me not paying total attention to you guys, but I think that this is of great importance and I don't want to leave anything out. So the coronavirus, again, as I mentioned, as I started to do this research, there was no vaccine currently in production, but now we know that there is. Please take a look at that link that I post here and let me know what you guys think, and let me know why you think that this isn't major news. Why isn't this on every major news channel in the United States right now? Why is this on the back burner? Are there more important issues out there? So, a lot of myths and everything going on out there. All right. So the symptoms of this deadly disease is fever, cough, and shortness of breath. So if you have either one of those symptoms, you want to go get yourself checked out. You know, most of us, especially in the African American community, we get a fever, we get a cough. You know, we get shortness of breath. You know, that shortness of breath thing, you know, that might put up an alarm signal for some of us. But a cough, you know, and a fever, we might just pass that off as a normal head cold and we'll deal with it. But the importance of that now is that you do not go around other family members. If you're going to do that, then, and you have a family staying at home, you want to go get yourself checked out or quarantine yourself, you know, to a room. But it's better just to go and get yourself checked out. I don't know what our phobia is of going to see doctors. It's, you know, as anything else, excessive use of anything is not good for you. So you don't need to be going into the doctor. Oh, I got a hangnail. Oh, you know, my cheek, the left side of my cheek hurts. I'm finna go into the doctor. But, you know, with something going around as deadly as this, you guys want to take care of yourself, especially us. So best believe if I get a fever or any one of these symptoms, I'm going in to get checked out. I'm not recommending that each and every time something goes wrong with you, you run to the doctor, right? I'm not suggesting that, but we know what's going on, and this thing, man, could kill you. So take care of yourself. Make sure that if you come down with any of these symptoms, go in and get yourself checked out. It could be the thing that saves your life, right? So in the meantime, you know, in these masks, and I see, you know, everybody's making a joke of it. Oh, I got a mask on, and, you know, I got my, you know, you see the memes on social media, and it's really not a joke, guys. There's no mask that can protect you from this disease. There are certain regulated masks that physicians and people in hospitals wear that are specifically designed to fit tightly, and they are measured for your face so that, you know, for those that are working with people that are infected with this disease, they can protect themselves. But a regular store mask is not going to protect you from intaking the disease. It doesn't fit well enough. It doesn't cover anything to prevent the entrance of the disease, which is through your mouth, your nose, and your ears. So stop believing that myth, okay? Now, if you're infected with disease already and you know that you are, wearing one of those paper masks may prevent you from spreading the disease to someone, you know, in your family, so to speak. So if you're doing that to kind of prevent this disease from spreading to your family until you're able to get to the doctor, then wearing a mask may help. But getting on the bus, getting on the plane with these little paper masks is not going to stop you from getting the disease, more than likely, because those masks are not fit tightly enough to prevent those spores and that virus from entering into your body in some type of way. So we're going to go over now a lot of myths that people are saying about, you know, well, I can gargle bleach. I don't know why you would do that anyway, but gargling bleach and chlorine and all these other things are going to prevent you from getting this disease, and it's just not true. So swallowing and gargling bleach, taking acetic acid or steroids, essential oils, salt water, ethanol, other substances, these are not going to present the disease. What you should be doing is washing your hands frequently each and every time you're in a public place, public restroom, even when you're at home now. You want to make sure that you're thoroughly washing your hands with soap, water, hot water to kill the disease, okay, to kill off any viruses that you may be affected with. So we want to make sure now that we're washing our hands thoroughly. You know, restrooms, any place we're going, we should be doing that anyway, but we need to be taking extra precaution and avoiding close contact with those that are sick. You know, your coworker coming to work coughing and doing all this hey, man, you need to go home. Right now is not the time for you to be in here trying to rough it out through sickness. Go home, get yourself better, come back, right? You can avoid spreading germs that if you do have a little cough, you want to cough into the crest of your arm right here, all right? You don't want to cover your hands. You don't want to do it in your hands right here, right? Because what you're going to do, you're going to touch something, and right here, this is what you need to be doing. All right, so we're doing prevention on spreading the disease. All right, we already talked about the masks. So hair dryers, they're not going to kill the disease. Washing hands again with soap and hot water. All right, ultraviolet lamps are not going to kill the disease, despite what other people are saying. Spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body is not gonna do it. All right, packages from China, you know, they're not going to infect you because this disease doesn't last long on packages, on mail and stuff like that. Once it gets airborne, just like anything else, you know what I mean, the greater chances that it has to die. Not saying that any of this stuff won't happen, but the chances, the chances are very unlikely. With a package traveling all the way from China or a package traveling from another part of the United States, the chances of that disease sticking to that envelope or any packaging that you may get in the mail is very, very highly unlikely. You can't get it through your pet. That's just absolutely untrue. There's no evidence that dogs or cats can be affected with the virus as of yet. If I get pneumonia, can I also get the virus? The fact that you have pneumonia doesn't protect you against. So for those that may, I already have pneumonia. Well, with pneumonia, it's not going to protect you against getting the coronavirus. Saline and nasal rinses, they're not gonna be prevented against that. All right, there's no evidence to prove that any of that protects you against getting the virus. Eating garlic, we got these home remedies as a people of color, people of African descent. We got all of these home remedies, but eating garlic is not. There's no evidence to prove that eating garlic is going to protect you against this disease. Sesame seed oil is there's no evidence against that. And there's a big myth out here that this coronavirus disease only affects older people. That's not true. Anyone of any age can get this virus in their system. So don't think that it only affects older people. It affects younger people too. But maybe older people aren't able to fight off the diseases because their immune system isn't as high as it used to be anymore. I'm only assuming. I'm not a doctor. I'm just here to give you some of the myths and talk about this, because I know a lot of my viewers may not be out here researching this stuff. They're just going with the flow and the coronavirus. But have you done your research to find out how to prevent this and how not to spread it throughout your family and the people that you love? Antibiotics, there's no antibiotics that can treat this disease at this time. Again, there is a lab in San Diego that's coming up with a vaccine, and they hope to get it put to market by this summer. So until then, we want to use extreme caution out here to protect ourselves and our families once again. I already talked about the face mask. They're not going to protect you unless it's N95. It's an N95 respirator mask, and it requires you to be fitted for that mask. And it's usually for healthcare providers to help prevent the spread of the disease, right? So it's not necessary to wear a mask if you're not sick. This virus is just like a common cold. Not necessarily true. They're saying it's in the same family as a common cold, but it's believed that the virus originated in bats and was later transformed to humans. Common cold virus utilized humans as their primary host. And once again, your pet cannot spread the coronavirus disease. So guys, I know that this was helpful for some of you guys. Hopefully you guys take a look, do some research on your own. Just don't let things go by. This is a big issue going on in America today. A lot of people are frightened by this. The stock market, it's affecting everyday ways of life here. And you guys just don't want to be living and existing in life without taking some of this stuff serious, because we never know what's behind. And sometimes I am a conspiracy theorist, and you could easily, as a black person growing up in America, knowing all of the things that our oppressors have tried to do to exterminate us, you could easily look at this as one way of another way of just trying to get rid of us. But it's affecting many, many more. So I can't necessarily look at this as a conspiracy right now because it's killing more than just us. And maybe they look at those peoples as casualties of war. I wouldn't put it over on them and give them no benefit of the doubt. So it behooves you to go in and look at this and do some study and do some research and better learn how to protect yourself, because yet here is another way. Here's another thing out here, and it's killing people. It's killing people like many, many, many other diseases that have come our way since the time that I was born up until now. Do your research. Learn about these things. Don't just sit here and every day, oh, well, coronavirus, and I'm just going to tune it out. It's just another thing, right? Do some research. Get on top of things. So this is what this video was designed to do. Get the conversation started, get people invoked into learning what this thing is, how to protect yourself, and, you know, just taking precautions. You out here traveling, you out here doing a whole lot of other things, man. Symptoms. Do you know the symptoms? Are you prepared? So that's what this was all about, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Value was provided. Now, whether you choose to receive that value, that's completely up to you. If you receive it, now you've taken acceptance of it, and it's now your responsibility to go out, teach somebody else, spread the word, and each one teach one. All right, guys. So I apologize. I've not made a video here in a couple of days, and I apologize in advance. So we want to keep the content rolling. We want to keep it consistent. We want continued viewer participation. So if there's any subject matter that you want to speak about, post it in the comments. We'll gather the research, we'll do our due diligence, and we'll get the videos out as soon as possible. So until our next video, guys, information, knowledge is power. Go out, make a moment, be kings and queens. Do not accept normal as anything acceptable. You're more than a conqueror. You're more than normal. You're more than just average. You're super average. You're extra extraordinary. Everything you do, you should be aiming to dominate. So until we meet again on our next video, it's your boy Top Dog, and I'm out.